sad about it. No sad about it. I just got bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
No, you sad about it. No, you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
No, you sad about it. No, you sad about it.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
No, you sad about it. No, you sad about it. I just got bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Coach, thanks. Located appropriately for his career win total at 347 Don Shula Drive. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami, Florida. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Washington Redskins. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Oh, he's going to air it. He's got a man. Complete. It's a gain of 34. Well, how about a deep ball on the first play from scrimmage, putting that secondary on notice?
Brandon, all I remember when I was a player is that we always took a test the night before the game about teams' tendencies and what they plan to do. I'm not sure we think deep ball right out of the gate and putting us back on our heels.
Watch safety three. Watch safety three.
This is Kenyon Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. He's got the first down here inside the 30, and he takes it all the way down to the 22. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. Now on first down, Drake again. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Come on.
Faking the give to Drake, now Rosen. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, that's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way...
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Play action. Haskins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10 now. Haskins. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
And the Redskin first down.
Let's go. Let's go, Pete. It's going to be a long day.
They'll go with Darius Geis, who missed all of 2018 with injury. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From midfield now, Haskins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. This is caught inside the 15. 36 yards on the play.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off and coaches go, 2 hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take them for granted.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational type plays.
Especially that one with a defender right there.
Also the guard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 14-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Third down, here's Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Thompson, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Hopkins with the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. 56 the mark.
Now Rosen on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Throwing on second and long. Rosen into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Parker unable to get that one. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it. All the way up here, Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
On first down, this is Geis. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And they're able to run it in. It started with the battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now Rosen looking to throw. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Rosen. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a third down and long coming up. The Redskins on third down, putting an extra man here in the secondary. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Counter play, Drake. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Running, it's Drake. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Well, Kenyon Drake, he was kind of underutilized last year when Adam Gase was head coach. Only 7 starts, but now he's going to get a chance under new head coach Brian Flores to really showcase his talent. He certainly flashed his diverse playmaking abilities a season ago. 9 touchdowns, 5 through the air, and 4 on the ground. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Ryan Kerrigan make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Well, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Throws into his tight end, Gesicki. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22, here's second and 8.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on second and 8.
53 is the mic. Here we go.
On second down, here's Haskins. Throw left side is complete to Reed. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Check 53 is mine. 53 is the mic. 53. Check 53. He can't handle it. He's not going to get me.
From the gun, Haskins on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. So on fourth down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Returnable for Grant. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and it'll be Dolphin football. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. It's a big play there for Miami. 61 yards. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. From the gun, it's Rosen. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Rosen will throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, let's get in that home. That's 56. Hey, Haywood.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit, and huddle up, talk it over.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Landon Collins. 20. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
53, Mike.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. His throw caught right around the 6. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's good for Dolphins. First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
56. I got you.
Final play of the half here. It's Rosen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
At the 33-yard line.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Yo, rush in, rush in, rush in.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thompson. 17 yards that time, and a Washington first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Credit the sack to the safety, Rashad Jones.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Get nervous.
They go play action now. Haskins, he's going to let this one go deep. It's caught inside the 25. A big pickup of 38.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a give, right side, it's Geis. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Here we go, D. Come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
5-2 is the mic. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2.
Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Undercrush. Undercrush. Undercrush.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On second down, it's Drake. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for a loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible, because right now he is wrecking things for them.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
180.
56. Not here. Double tight. Double tight.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. With Devontae Parker, there was quite a bit of chatter in the offseason that the Dolphins might not pick up his 5th-year option, but they did. And one man who's certainly happy with that, quarterback Josh Rosen. It's a guy that Brian Flores, head coach in Miami, wants around and in that locker room. Rosen completes it to Parker. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Rosen in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Rosen. Oh, Rosen is stripped of the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing on second and long. Rosen. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Oh, he's going to go for it all. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. Rosen. And my goodness, another interception. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back.
Touchdown, Washington! Adrian Peterson, 84 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. On the toss play, this is Drake. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
It'd be real interesting to take a look at this play later because on this pitch toss play, I get the sense that he just followed the pulling guard or the pulling offensive lineman through that hole and spilled this play early.
Yeah, because he didn't even get to the outer third of the field. He was tackled in the middle third.
Yeah, when you're talking about a pitch or a toss tackled there, that means they read it fast and diagnosed it and knocked them down in a hurry.
On 2nd and 12, Rosen. And throw right side complete to Parker. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Rosen now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And now it's Rosen looking. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 40. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10.
It's our field. It's our field.
They're going to be stopped up on his first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. The safety, Rashad Jones, brings him down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's get this, get this.
They'll run with Geis. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
3rd down, here's Geis. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground with Drake. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Check hot route. Hot.
Faking the give to Drake. Now Rosen. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ryan Kerrigan make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. One final shot here for Rosen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Washington, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.